Welcome back to SOS. We are here for group therapy with you, and welcome. Today, you're each going to be handed a rabbit, and you're going to have to pet it, love it, and then suffocate it. But someone was asking, we just passed the Marine Corps birthday, and then we 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 just did Veterans Day, and oh man, there's just been so many events, one right after another. To all the Marines out there, Semper Fi, oorah, yut yut, and don't let the crayon jokes get to you. But we we had a lot of fun here, and it's just been nonstop. And I figured, I was hanging on to this box right here for a while, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to do exactly, and I don't know if I want to go more traditional or stick to the crazy thing. Here at Step 1 Survival, we do custom knives, but custom knife sheaths, not knives, but Top's Knife is a big supporter of the channel, so buy a knife from them. They are a big support, and they're always here, and they're pretty active on all the social media, so you can always just talk to them if you need to. The knife, I couldn't decide on what I wanted to go with. I know you want to see what's in this box. You're anxiously waiting, but just give me a sec. I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do. If I wanted to do the craziness, because what we do here is we take weird ideas and incorporate them into sheaths. People give me weird ideas, and I don't like touching it if it's not weird. If it's not going to be crazy and weird, I don't want to mess with it. I like extreme survivalism, aliens, zombies. I try not to think of what's going on in the world. I sort of try to just keep moving and keep prepping and doing my thing. So without further ado, if you want group therapy, I think that's another channel. I love the fact that they always provide the oil, which most of their blades are really oiled, made in the USA, 100%. That's important these days. The sheath's not bad, but I've got to change that. That's the sheath. I've got to show you everything about the blade. This is your paracord. You can strap it to your leg. Got a nice place here to put a sharpener. U.S. Combat. U.S. Combat knife. Lancey Sasbo. I'm going to mess that up. It's okay, because I'm a Marine, and we do roll calls all the time and constantly screwing someone's name up. All right. Plastic. I gotta get this rubber band off now. I messed around and got the rubber band lodged in there. I'm not going to show you. You want to see, but you're not going to see it. If I show you, you'll be like, fine. There we go. I got to get this rubber band off. See, it's kind of stuck. There we go. It slipped off. I was yanking the plastic off, and I got carried away. All right. That is it. Let me get some of that oil off. That's one thing that they're known for. They don't ship these blades without oiling them first. Might have a little bit of oil there. It's all good. It'll rub off. But it's got a nice finish. Has a lanyard placed back here in the back. Nice little type of breaker, crusher type thing back here. You've got your divots here. You can use that with a bow drill. Those of you that do bow drilling, made in USA. Over on this side, their signature logo, U.S. Combat Knife. It is a sticker. And I know all of you complain, you need more stickers on the channel. Very thick, very deadly. Just past Halloween too. This is one of those Michael Myers type things right here. Boy, he would have loved this, wouldn't he? All right, let's get a good look at the blade before I move on. This thing is gorgeous. It has a nice, you've got your red right here, red lines back here. It's nice. Very, very nice grip. You can hang on to that sucker. It is a combat knife, so it's going to be particularly used for many different things, and not just you know, scalping folks, but you're going to be using it for a lot of different things. Now, they made this thing very robust, strong, and it's very durable. Let's see overall length of this. I want to make sure I'm on that, and you don't, that way you guys can see for yourself. We're at about 8 for just the blade portion, and then back here to where your hand would stop, it's going to be about 8.5-ish, and then the total length is obviously, it's like 13.5. It's a bit more than what you would expect. And just the handle portion itself, about where you're going to be gripping it at, you've got a bit more than 5 inches there, so you've got plenty to grip onto, as you can see. Now, what am I going to do? What am I going to make? I've got this sheath, but it has to be crazy. So I haven't quite decided what all I'm going to incorporate into this. Just stick with me, and hopefully I give you and your friends some wonderful ideas to create your knife setup for this particular model. The one thing I always have to do before I get started making any cuts or making any pouches, I have to figure out what am I going to put in it. And I have put so much crazy stuff in a lot of these pouches, but I want to keep it sort of normal, but not normal. This is a card that has a bunch of fishing hooks and snares. These work in conjunction with snare wire, which I will incorporate a cordage that has snare wire already incorporated in it. It's already got fire cord, fishing line, all that in it. So I'm going to be incorporating that like I always do. I wanted to use this Exotech, the Titan Light. I wanted to bring this because it actually holds lighter fluid. Unlike most Zippos, they tend to leak. This one works every strike, and you can put extra supplies in the bottom of it. So I want to incorporate that. I think I'm trying to figure out which way I'm going to set that. I really like this O-Light, and I want to bring it with me because it's cool. I think it's rechargeable, so I'll have to get the cord for it just to bring with me. And I'm usually in situations where I have plenty of stuff to charge. There's that. Because I could just do a AAA battery type thing, but nothing I have is in that cool green with a Compass logo on it. I know, right? My thinking. Anyway, I want to incorporate this. It glows in the dark. It's very bright. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet. I need a compass. Very nice compass. These are high quality, high grade compasses. This is from the Sun Company, and that's where I usually get all of my compasses. I have like a whole bunch of those that I usually pick out, one for each one. I've got some that are like brass and crazy stuff. This tassel thing, I want it somewhere. I just don't know where. I go through my drawer and I try and figure out what I want to put. A real broadhead. I want a real broadhead. Something tough, because I never do trust these little cutout things. I am bringing the Grim. This is one of their strike type things. It's got the tender card, got a couple of those. I'm going to throw in there with this because it came with it. It's got your knife. It's got your ferrocenium rod. It's got your magnesium rod. You've got tweezers. There's a whole lot of stuff here. There's a little saw. And, of course, it's got a fully functional knife. And it's not one of the cheap little, this is a thick, and it goes right back where it came from type knife. So I want to incorporate that. And I'm going to use some Bigfoot Bushcraft I've got my tenders in there, so I'm going to try and make room. I want to do water purification, so that would be my expandable towel. I want to incorporate that somewhere. I'm going to be doing aqua tabs. Not quite sure how many of these I want to take with me. When I'm packing these up, I like to show as I'm packing it, so there's no question about it. Pack a couple of those. Put it there. Get that. So there's that. And I've got the bag. And I'm probably not going to have to take out anything. I think this will all stick. I just got to figure out the dimensions. That's the one thing that I recommend you do before you start any project, and especially if you're going to carry a survival tin, because that's what this is. I'm doing the survival tin because this is what I do every time. This is your pouch for your water. You got to make sure that I always do these until I get them right. I don't like just showing it, getting like it's done, and everybody says, "Hey, wait a minute." See, that's no fun. I hate watching when somebody else is like, "Oh, it's done," and it's like, "Wait a minute. What do you mean it's done? That ain't done. You didn't show anything." So there's that. All right. Let's see. That works. Let's do something else here. Let's do this. I don't want to poke a hole in that. Pop that back out. I'm fitting. It's all about fitting it. I don't need that many fire tenders. That's ridiculous. I'm getting way too carried away with the whole fire starting thing. I know, right? I mean, I could find most of this stuff out. I don't know why I do that. I get crazy with that stuff. So you can kind of tuck that towelette in there. No, I'm only bringing one. I know what you're saying. You're like, yeah, I'd bring like 15. No, homie. I'm good. I got this. Put that guy there. I love guitar picks. This solenoid stuff, this type of stuff. I know I'm saying that wrong. Dude, it's so flammable. It's insane. I mean, you can get a fire going in any wet condition. Tuck that right underneath there. Ta-da! There we go. Get in there. You go there. You go there. There we go. Now, I've got room for this. I've got room for matches, because I want to put matches in here. These are strike anywhere, so it doesn't matter if you bring the box. I want these in here because it's just redundancy is key, and I know I get crazy with the redundancy thing, but y'all know me. There's that. I know you're probably thinking of 20 million other things to throw in there, and I'm not. I do this so much that I already know what I'm going to use and what's probably not going to get used. But I do like breaking down the tools because I don't carry them in card form. They don't work out that great. I think it's easier if you just tear them down. Just go ahead and break them off. Any filing down or anything, you can do that out in the woods. You'll have plenty of time if you get bored. I always break them down. I know they're a little bit stiff. I just get all that stuff in there. Just like that. See, now I'm making plenty of room here. I'll shove that guy there so I don't lose any of it, and put that guy there. And then I'll take my, I'll slip this around there. Nope. It doesn't like me right now. There we go. You are too far over, homie. Get over there. You get here. I should have did that earlier. Now that, and I turned that the wrong way. There we go. It's like Tetris. So I've got those in there. Now I want to protect those, and I've got some rubber bands here I want to bring along too. So I'm doing this as my barrier to protect my bag. I meant to do that earlier. Then there's that. That's all nice and tucked in. Now I can do, it should fit. And if it doesn't, oh well. Yep. A little bit of finagulation here. Getting the tender cards in are always the hardest. There's that. Sometimes you just got to flip stuff around. It's like, right? Dang it. It's doing it to me again, man. There's that. Bend it. Shove it in the corner. Right there. I don't know if I'm going to get that last tender card in. It's come so far. I've managed to get everything in there. I am going to push that right there. There it is. It's just like right on the nub. There it is. See, it's got these little lips around the side, and if you can just get them all, look, see, not going anywhere. And you can put a smiley face right there. There's that. Bam. Now I can put one of these on it just because I always do that. That's just something I do. I mean, you can get decorative if you want. Now, gosh, dog. I forgot. Ranger band. Tire inner tube. I know. I always use the corner of these things kind of lift up. They're tough, man. Yeah. Boom. Boom. I got to get it to lay flat or it's not going to want to cooperate with me at all. All right. Whatever. That's close enough. So I'm going to incorporate this is the Barefoot Bushcraft ferrule rod. I'm going to use this shorter one. I don't want to carry a big lunky thing with me. This is going to be something I might, clip on me every day and carry it around because you got to get groceries in style. I love the trolls. Yeah, you just get all that together so you can go grocery shopping. Come on now. This family is so freaking active. It's insane. We're either bow hunting, sometimes muzzle loading, and not just the hunting aspect, from turkey to deer to everything else in small game. We do all of our fishing and everything else. So we're always out. And I always think, if I got stuck out there, I would want to make sure I was prepared, It's like, how could you come all this way and not bring anything? So it's one of those scenarios. And then it's like when you're out in town, what if the world pops off, the balloon goes up, and you're like, you know what? I left my knife and everything in the truck, or it's at the house, or you know what I mean? It's one of those things you got to think about. Situational awareness. All right, let's get started. Okay, update on this. This is the pace counter. Got to do a pace counter. And I have a pace counter video if you need to learn about that or why I do 10. I explain in the video. I found this. It's an old tube light, and it's like a glow stick that's permanent. You just set it out in the sun, it starts glowing again. I didn't want to waste out the other one. It could be used for a neck knife, so I went with this. I just transformed it. All you do is just you're turning it into a type of jewel looking thing, and it kind of goes. I mean, you could cut these multiple times and just put them all over the place, but I like to cut them down and use them. They still work just fine. So if you ever get like the tube lights and stuff, you can actually chop those up and then thread little fixtures on them, put caps on them, whatever you want to do. This there's the lanyard. I've got a plan for this. You'll see what the purpose of that length and everything is. And then I'm probably going to put that on something. I'm not sure. But it's all here, and I just got to get started. My leather for today is from European Leatherworks, and they make a leather. This is it's like a 4 to 5, something like that, ounce. Not super thick. It doesn't have to be. But they make it in the brown that I like to use. And I would highly recommend them. I've got links I'll put to most of this stuff that I can find for you guys to be able to hit them up and tell them I sent you and see if they can hook you up. So this is it. And I want to cut out some pouches for all of my gear and let that stuff harden overnight. There it is in all its glory. It's pretty crazy. See, I don't like doing these projects where it's, you know, simple little sheath, the knife goes in it and that's the end of it. And I want to have craziness. So we have our this is a split open pouch. It's a split secure. You've got 2 snaps here, and to secure it, you've got 2 snaps. Keeps it from coming loose, and you can leave it open once you're out and about wherever you are. You open it in a place that doesn't matter how loud you are. You know, you don't want to make noise. And then once it's open, you can keep putting your knife back in without doing that again. So I like to split open, so it gives you the option to grab it and put it back without snapping it back. So you don't have to snap it back if you don't want to. D-ring here. Got a nice hardy thick D-ring. Did both sides leather. Just went ahead and wrapped it all the way around and connected it through. And a couple of nice snaps. Did a top logo on that too. I did the topographical map design. Very time consuming on those. So graphics wise, I don't see topographical map designs on Leatherwork. I usually see it on Kydex. So I wanted to do the leather version of, you know, what you see on Kydex. Glow in the dark stone, ferrule rod, pace counter. I did a striker this time for all you people complaining because you don't want to use your nice knife for striking your ferrule rod. Okay, well, anyways, there's a this is the Exotac lighter, and it's got packed with goodies. There's that Olight flashlight I showed you, and I put some extra paracord here for a lanyard to tie it to your leg. It's also scout carry. It can go upside down or the other way. So it's left or right. This is an ambidextrous holster. Left or right-handed person. If you put this on your left-hand side, you just simply flip the blade around. That's all you do. So I made it for left and right-handed people. It's the easiest way to do it. That explains the, you know, the square rectangle design that I do. I gave the option of flipping it. So left, right, it doesn't matter. Even in the rear or in the front, wherever you want to put it, it goes anywhere. So that's packed with all the goodies that you saw earlier. That's it. That's a lot of paracord too. I wanted to make sure. You just never know. I know it's kind of a mixture. It's kind of crazy. Got some OD green going on with some brown. I think it's pretty cool. I love this knife. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Tops Knives. They're doing a Black Friday sale. You got to stay on point with those. Get a discount on those knives. All right. God bless. Take care. Stay safe.